Right now, somewhere in the fabric of reality, the universe might be holding its breath because at any second, without warning, without sound, everything you know could simply stop existing. Not with fire, not with explosion, but with something far quieter, something called vacuum decay. Vacuum decay is the most efficient way to destroy the universe, not just life, not just planets, but the very laws of physics themselves. If it happens, chemistry collapses, atoms forget how to hold together, and the concept of existence becomes obsolete. Sounds impossible, right? But the math says otherwise. And in 2024, scientists found something that made the impossible slightly more possible. To understand how the universe could delete itself, you need to understand two simple rules. Rule 1, everything has an energy level. Wood is packed with chemical energy. That's why it burns. Fire releases that energy as heat. And what's left, ash, sits at a lower energy level than the wood. The universe hates storing energy. It wants to dump it, get rid of it, reach the lowest possible state. Rule 2, everything wants to be stable. Imagine a ball on a hill. It's unstable. It has potential energy it doesn't want. Give it a nudge, and it rolls down. Now it's in its ground state. Stable. Content. It will stay there forever unless something disturbs it. But here's the catch. What if the valley the ball landed in isn't actually the lowest point? What if there's a deeper valley hiding just over the ridge? The ball thinks it's stable, but it's not. It's metastable of a false ground state, and in physics, false ground states are ticking bombs. Now let's scale this up, from a ball on a hill to the entire cosmos. In modern physics, the universe isn't just empty space with stuff in it. It's built on quantum fields. And think of them as the rule book of reality. They tell particles how to behave, how to interact, and crucially, how much mass they have. And like everything else in the universe, these fields want to reach their lowest energy state. Physicists call that the vacuum state. Not because it has anything to do with outer space, but because scientists are genuinely terrible at naming things. Enter the Higgs field. This is the field that gives particles mass. Without it, electrons would fly at the speed of light. Atoms wouldn't exist, neither would you. The Higgs field is quite literally the reason anything has weight. And here's where things get unsettling. The Higgs field might not be in its true ground state. It might be metastable. It's a false vacuum, which means it's sitting on a ledge, holding massive amounts of potential energy, completely unaware that a deeper valley waits below. If the Higgs field is a false vacuum, then the question isn't if it will collapse, it's what will trigger it. The most likely culprit is quantum tunneling. In quantum mechanics, particles can do something impossible. They can pass through barriers they shouldn't be able to cross. And it's like throwing a ball at a wall so thin that every once in a while the ball simply appears on the other side. If quantum tunneling nudges the Higgs field over the edge, the collapse begins. Once triggered, there's no stopping it. As the Higgs field drops to its true ground state, it releases a catastrophic amount of energy. That energy pushes the space around it over the edge too, which releases more energy, which pushes more space. A sphere of true vacuum forms, and it expands at the speed of light in every direction. Imagine dropping ink into water, but in reverse. Instead of spreading color, it spreads deletion. Earth would have no warning, no defense, no time to even feel afraid. A fraction of a second, our entire planet would be gone. But it gets worse. Inside the bubble, the Higgs field has a different energy level, which means particles have different masses. Electrons might become too heavy or too light. Atoms could lose their grip on each other. Chemistry as we know it would cease to exist. And without chemistry, there is no biology, no life, no thought, no memory that we ever existed. Vacuum decay doesn't just kill life, it makes life impossible. What exists inside the bubble? We don't know. Maybe a shadow of our universe. Maybe something beautiful and alien, or maybe nothing at all. For decades, vacuum decay was a fun thought experiment, terrifying, but purely theoretical. Then in 2024, researchers in Germany and China did something unexpected. They created experimental conditions that mimicked false vacuum decay. Not in the actual Higgs field, of course, in a controlled quantum system, but the fact that they could simulate it at all changed the conversation. It's a move vacuum decay from the realm of maybe impossible to physics allows this. The paper didn't prove the universe will end this way, but it proved that the math isn't just math. It's a real physical process. Okay, deep breath. If you're feeling slightly worried, don't be. Right now, false vacuum is speculation based on our current understanding of particle physics, and our understanding might be wrong. It's like using a magnifying glass to read a billboard from a mile away. Sure, you see something, but you might be misreading it. Even if vacuum decay has already started somewhere, the universe is incomprehensibly large. The bubble can only expand at the speed of light, and thanks to cosmic expansion, some parts of the universe are moving away from us faster than light. So even if a sphere of destruction is racing toward us right now, it might never arrive. We have other things to worry about, things we can actually prepare for. Here's the truth about vacuum decay. It might never happen. It might already be happening. We simply don't know. But that uncertainty is exactly why existence is so precious. Every atom in your body exists because the Higgs field is stable. For now, every thought you have depends on chemistry holding together. We are temporary patterns in a universe that owes us nothing, and that makes every second worth paying attention to. If you want more videos that break down the terrifying, beautiful complexity of reality, hit subscribe and tell me in the comments what's the scariest scientific theory you've ever heard. I might turn your answer into the next video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.